I was just speaking to you.
No, the judge is coming.
I was just speaking to you though.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
This is cause number 2025-1231 in the interest of Jayla Cortez. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Sararia, I'm her mother.
Sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
Jacob Cortez, the father of the child.
And for the state.
Marcella Turner.
All right, we've got an original petition and a suit affecting the parent-child relationship. We're having a hearing, is that correct, Ms. Turner?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Do we have any stipulations?
We do, Your Honor.
All right, let's read those into the record.
The parties have agreed to a child support amount monthly in the amount of $218 and cash medical support amount in the amount of $50, both of those to begin on May 1st of 2021. The parties have also agreed to a standard possession and access order, and the parties have finally agreed to a non-disclosure as to the custodial parent's address.
Okay. And the standard possession order, and somewhere in there, there is a provision where they're going to exchange.
That's correct, Your Honor. I
All
believe
right.
it was the maternal parents, a grandparent's home, or the grandmother's, paternal grandmother's home.
All right. And what are the issues?
The issues are conservatorship. The child does reside with mom, so it's a matter of whether or not it should be JMC or SMCPC, and retroactive child support.
All right, let's proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this
Well,
time,
to begin with, let me ask Mr. Cortez what she said that you all have agreed to. That is your agreement, correct, so far?
Yes. Yes.
All right, Miss Aguirre, the same thing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so the only issues, as far as you know, Mr. Cortez and Miss Aguirre, are whether you're going to be named sole or joint managing conservators and whether there's any retroactive child support due. Is that correct, Mr. Cortez?
Yes.
And Miss Aguirre?
Correct.
All right, so let's proceed.
thank you, Your Honor. At this time, the state would like to call Ms. Aguirre. Ms. Aguirre, how old is the child before the court today?
My child is 5 years old.
And how often does dad contact you in regards to the child's well-being?
He contacts me maybe a couple of times a week.
Okay. And so would you say that dad shows a willingness to want to be involved in the child's life?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe that dad is capable of making decisions regarding the child when she is in his care that are in her best interests?
Yes, ma'am.
Who currently takes the child to all of the doctor's appointments and dental visits?
I do.
And has dad ever asked to, maybe take her on his own?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And who typically makes the day-to-day decisions in regards to the child?
I do.
And so you're not asking this court to name both of you as joint conservators. Is that correct?
I'm sorry?
You're not asking to be appointed as a joint managing conservator. Is that correct?
Correct.
And why is that?
Because I take care of her all the time and he only takes care of her sometimes.
However, despite what you've just testified to, you also testified that you believe he's capable of making decisions in her best interest. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it a matter of him not wanting to things regarding her, or is it more so he has not been given the opportunity to do so?
He has the opportunity to do so. He just chooses not to sometimes.
And is there any other reason why you feel that dad should not be named a joint managing conservator?
No, ma'am.
Now, have you and Mr. Cortez lived together in the last 4 years?
No, ma'am.
And has Mr. Cortez provided financially for this child?
Barely.
What's barely? You have to be a little bit more specific. Has he provided or has he not?
I've provided most of it. He's provided a little bit.
And so if you had to estimate how much assistance he has provided, whether it be buying shoes, giving money, estimate that total amount to be?
Probably about maybe $300 to $500 in the past 4 years.
Okay. And are you requesting retroactive child support today?
Yes.
No further questions for this witness. I'll pass the witness.
Do you have any questions for Ms. Aguirre, Mr. Cortez?
Nah. No.
Okay. All right. Call your next witness.
At this time, the state would like to call Mr. Cortez. Mr. Cortez, in the last 4 years, have you and mom lived together with the child?
No, ma'am.
And have you provided financially for this child in the last 4 years?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you had to estimate the total amount that you provided for the child, whether it be money, monetary, or clothing, or anything of that nature, what would you estimate that amount to be?
Between $500 to $1,000.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
sorry?
500 to $1,000.
Okay.
in the past 4 years?
Yes. That's including
Okay.
everything, birthday parties, everything, shoe wise, food wise, anything. That's then when she's in my hands.
Okay. So is it your testimony that you have provided when she's been with you, but not
Yes.
necessarily when she's been with the mom?
Yes,
Directly.
ma'am.
Okay. And how often do you see this child? Do you have her for, or do you watch her during the day or anything of that nature?
Yes, because currently I'm unemployed, so I have her between Mondays and through Sunday. Her mom's off Wednesdays and Saturdays, so between 9 a.m. she goes to work and 5 p.m. she gets off work. She's with me at my mom's house.
I'll say, okay. And so when you have the child, who is responsible, who has provided for her needs when you have the child?
Me.
Okay. And has mom ever sent money over to help take care of the child while you were watching the child, giving her an opportunity to work?
Yes.
Okay. And do you believe that by you essentially providing care for the child while mom is at work, that it has helped mom to save on daycare costs that she would otherwise have?
Yes.
And so
Most definitely.
do you believe that you owe any back child support?
No, ma'am.
And in regards to the child, who typically makes the day-to-day decisions regarding the child?
Her mom, because she lives with her.
Okay. Have you ever called mom to just, ask if maybe perhaps sometimes you take the child to the doctor's appointments or anything like that?
No, ma'am. Just when she tells me when she goes, and just if I wanted to go, or sometimes I'm being busy, but I'm notified every time she's at the hospital or something's going on with her.
And do you believe yourself capable of making decisions that are in this child's best interest when she's in your care?
Yes, ma'am.
And what are you asking this court to appoint you and mom as joint managing conservators of this child and to have the same rights?
Yes,
Why is that?
because I'm capable and responsible to take care of my own by myself. We should both have equal rights because I don't see nothing wrong with not having equal rights. Because she do her half and I do my half, and we both do it together. So all this, like I said, is pretty much nonsense. But I'm willing to work out whatever's work out.
Okay, no further questions for this witness. I'll pass the witness.
Ms. Aguirre, do you have any questions for Mr. Cortez?
He said that he watches my child from 9 to 5 a.m., 9 to 5 p.m. whenever I go to work, but she goes to school and she's at school on the weekdays, I wouldn't have to provide with the childcare.
Do you have a question for him, ma'am? I'm going to let you say something later, but right now he's on the witness stand. Do you have a question for him?
No. Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Ms. Turner.
No further questions for either witness.
All right. Now, Ms. Aguirre, what do you want to say?
He told y'all that he watches her from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. while I'm at work, but that's not true. She's at school from 8 a.m. whenever I drop her off to 4 p.m. whenever his mom picks her up from the bus. Whenever I get off of work, she's only been at his mom's house for an hour at the most. And his mom is the one who picks her up from the bus stop. And he sometimes picks her up from the bus stop.
Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Cortez, you have something you want to say?
That's nonsense because she's barely went to school the whole day for this year. She started going to school this year for the whole time, and last year it was the same thing. I had it the whole time between those hours, so that don't make sense. But yeah, I'm good. I ain't got nothing else to say.
All right. So Ms. Aguirre, the child just started school this year, and prior to this past year,
All
Mr.
day.
Cortez was taking care of the child. Is that correct?
Last year she was in school in pre-kinder, but she got out at she was only there for half a day.
And who took care of the child after that?
Either his mom.
I'm not talking to you, Mr. Cortez, right now. Who took care of the child after school?
Either him or his mom, Your Honor.
Okay, and then prior to when the child was in pre-kindergarten, who took care of the child while you went to work?
My mom, my sister, him, his mom.
Okay. He didn't have the sole responsibility of caring for the child the entire time that you went
No,
to
Your
work.
Honor.
Okay. Mr. Cortez, you wanted to say something, I believe.
How did I not have the capability of taking care of it the whole time?
Oh, okay. So the stipulation on child support, Ms. Turner, that's not based on minimum wage, is it?
It is, Your Honor.
It is?
It is based.
218
Yes,
is minimum wage now?
yes.
All right.
Cortez's work history has been on and off, and so there was no information found to amount to anything more than minimum wage.
All right. All right, the court finds the best interest of the child to appoint both parents joint managing conservators. Retroactive child support judgment is awarded in the amount of $6,000 to be paid at the rate of $82 a month beginning May 1st, 2021. All other stipulations are approved.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And that was $80, correct?
I'm sorry?
There was $80 on the payout?
$82.
82. Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. May
Thank
we
you.
be excused?
Yes.